Just a humble city herald. I'm acting as the master of ceremonies for the festival. If you wish to have fun, consider it done. Oh, this? An ordinary carnival mask. Plenty of those around. This is a masquerade, after all. The guests and the host are all wearing costumes. Well, then less rhyme and more reason. I hope you'll enjoy my organizational skills more than my poetry. Have a good time.
What a beautiful celebration. So many people. Just think, all these people are here to celebrate your achievements. It is amazing how all these people have come together to celebrate you, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. The citizens of Canabras have decorated the city and organized the festivities. They've even dressed up like us. You know, I'd really like to join them. I want to walk among the crowds as if I were an ordinary person and not the commander's demon companion. I might not be a demon anymore, but the townsfolk won't be able to tell the difference. They might be frightened of my appearance. No, it's better if I keep to myself. That would be wonderful. But I'm worried someone will recognize me. They might think I'm a demon who has come to attack the city. Or worse, they might see my succubus form and desire all the temptations I once offered to mortals. That would be terrible. I feel sick just thinking about it. You're probably right. But to be honest, I'm still afraid that someone will recognize me. If the townsfolk realize that a real demon has infiltrated their festival, something terrible could happen. Do you think I should risk talking to them? I've already had time to observe some of them. I think they're doing well enough without my company. As soon as she got to Canabras, Amber found friends, old and new. It's so easy for her to make new acquaintances. The Count is back in the spotlight today. He's always surrounded by crowds singing his praises, and he accepts their adoration so easily. I don't think I could do that. If you're sure, I guess I can try. But I'll need your help. Look at how much fun the townsfolk are having. They're all dressed up in marvelous costumes, talking and laughing together. They seem so happy. Their smiles get wider, and their laughter grows louder with each person they meet. I want to talk to them, but I don't know how. What if I say something silly and everyone leaves? Will you stay and help me? I'd feel so much better with you by my side. Could you help me find a conversation to join? And then just be there for me? It's really hard for me to talk to others. I never know what to say. Thank you. I'll keep watch from here.
Move along. Nothing to see here. I'm aware. How could something like this happen? I just turned the corner and I mean, there's an investigation going on here. This area is off limits. Right, so my partner and I were patrolling the streets. We heard a noise as we were walking past this corner and went to investigate. That's when we found the body. Still warm. What should we do? We need to report this to our superior. Oh, the sergeant will have our heads for this. It's our first week on guard duty. What? The commander? I'm sorry, sir. Don't worry, the situation is under control. We'll find the killer and bring them to justice. Leave it to us, your commandership. The safety of the city is in good hands.
Follow if you dare.
Come on. I'm telling you, that button is completely crooked. Hey, how's it going? Oh, look at those costumes. They are magnificent. The attention to detail is perfect. They look so real.
You are insufferable. I wonder what they're arguing about. Really? All right, I will. Sorry to interrupt, but what are you two arguing about?
The importance of taking these costumes seriously. We're dressed up as important people. They're out there saving the world while my friend here can't sew a button on straight.
I swear, another word and I'll shove this button right up your...
The button looks fine to me. I don't see anything wrong with it. What do you think? A pig's ear.
See? I told you. You really should take my advice on this.
I swear, one more word about this button and I will smother you in your sleep.
Also, your collar.
You little... Look at those costumes.
Oh, sorry. Did we interrupt?
Incredible. Those wings, they look so real.
I never saw armor shine so bright.
Interrupt? You certainly did. Your costumes have left us speechless. I don't even remember what we were talking about before you arrived.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll leave.
Don't mind that old fool. He's only joking. Your costumes are eye-catching, though, and that's the honest truth.
Catching eyes. Oh, I get it now. Your costumes are also lovely. Isn't that right?
Maybe even more than yours.
Of course. I noticed you right away. Your costumes are hard to miss.
I suppose that's true. Still, I wish I had something better to wear. No money for costumes.
Yes, we all make do with what we have. But you don't hear us complain, do you?
Oh, stop your belly aching.
You have a stomach ache? Are you all right?
Did you know that one of the commander's companions is a cleric of Shellen? I'd like to dress up as him. He is a noble man.
Me too! I'm sure my costume wouldn't look as good as yours, but I'd love to dress up as such an important person.
Young folks. I'm content with my outfit. I like who I am. I don't need to dress up as someone else.
Exactly. Besides, I look good in these old clothes.
Have a good day. Your costumes look amazing. They're the best ones here.
Exactly. Don't know why this one over here keeps sulking and sighing about her outfit. I think we look fantastic.
Hey, hello. I saw you watching us. Do you want to be friends? What a cute little girl. I think she was watching us for quite a while. You know, I've spent the last few years hiding in the shadows. It feels strange to have so many eyes on me now. I wonder what that little girl wanted. I hope we see her again.
And she's not alone. Greetings, Commander.
Hi. Why are they dressed like that?
Isn't it obvious? Out of all the commander's companions, we like Arushalae the most.
Yes! They say she is very pretty.
But she is a demon. A succubus. You are such lovely people, you shouldn't dress up like demons. They are monsters who will tear you to pieces and corrupt your souls.
Why are you saying such things? You're dressed up as Arushalae too.
Well, yes, but Sorry.
You're joking, right? Arushalae isn't like other demons. She stood against them. Arushalae is the best.
I agree. There are so many stories and rumors about her. I've even heard that she's no longer a demon. I don't know if the rumor's true, but I hope it is. As a tiefling, I find her story so inspiring.
I saw Arushalae in Dresden once. I only caught a glimpse of her, but she is by far the prettiest companion. That's why I wanted to dress up as her.
I see. I think I understand now.
And why did you choose an Arushalae costume?
Me? Tell them? All right, I will. This isn't a costume. I am Arushalae. I don't want anyone to know. Can I trust you to keep my secret?
Really?
I knew it. I knew you looked exactly like her. Hey, look who's...
Don't worry. We won't tell anyone.
Oh no, not at all. We've just been getting along famously.
That's right. We met at the gates and decided to stick together at the festival.
We would love for others to join our little group, but for now, it's just us. Although, it is fun to walk around as a group of Arushalaes. We look pretty amazing, right?
You can always come back if you get bored.
Today, I get to be normal like everyone else. But this isn't just about how the townsfolk see me. It's also about how I see myself. I don't want to hurt any of these people, not even a little bit. I am no longer a demon. I am not a monster. I'm mortal.
You're so beautiful. There's no way you're a monster.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What's your name?
Felisa. I wanted to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Felisa. My name is Arushalae.
We're friends now, right? It's very, very scary to approach someone you don't know. It's a lot easier to watch them from a distance. But if you always let fear hold you back, you will never make any friends.
There have been many times when I watched mortals from afar, but was too afraid to approach them. I clearly lacked your wisdom and courage, Felisa.
I can share them with you. Not at all. I know she's very kind. Besides, we're friends. And friends shouldn't be afraid of one another.
I'd like to go for a walk and meet someone else. Thanks to our little friend, I see myself more clearly. And thanks to you, I know I can talk to mortals without fear.
Can I go for a walk with you?
Of course. It's always more fun to do things with friends, isn't it? Until later.
Glad to see you. I really need your help. Nothing. I'm paralyzed by indecision. There's so much to choose from, and I don't know where to start. Tell me, what is all this? Fruits and vegetables are easy. I can tell them apart just as I can tell which roots are poisonous and which are really poisonous. Porridge I get. I can tell that a pig has been roasted because it's not grunting anymore. But what's this? What's that? You could feed a whole tribe of mongrels with one of those, and another tribe with what's inside. And come to think of it, what is inside? I don't get it. How can you tell what's good if you're going to be assaulted with all the flavors of everything stuffed in the poor bird all at once? What if it's disgusting and you've already taken a bite? You can't just toss it away. You have to eat the whole thing. Yes, but look. Every plate is heaped with a hodgepodge of so many different things. I've never eaten anything this bizarre. I don't even know where to start. Can you find something edible for me to try and call me when you do? Eating in company is always more enjoyable, and I honestly trust your taste in Uplander foods much more. So I'm willing to try anything you suggest. Well, at least until I'm too full of food to even walk. Deal. I'll be waiting here, staring in bewilderment at all these platters of food. So, what have you picked? That looks like fish. Of course, it's not as dark as the fish we have in our underground rivers, and it doesn't glow 6 shades of red like the water-dwelling creatures in the World Wound, but it looks close enough to the kinds of fish I'm familiar with. Wow, you do know your food. It smells nice, and it looks pretty simple. I have no idea what or where Diobel is, but I already feel a growing respect for its people. Well, my taste buds are raring to go. I'll get us 2 portions. You know, this is much tastier than I thought it would be. It reminds me of when my family still lived on the surface. I was too little to go fishing with my dad, but I remember how my mom would gut the fish and cook it. I'd gladly try something else. Call me when you find something good. venison with apples. I can't for the life of me understand why anyone would pair meat with fruit. Oh, and there's something else. It looks scarily unfamiliar and devilishly complicated. Do you know what it is? So, they put a mixture of cooked grains, nuts, and fruits in the middle of a meat circle and added some ridiculous mounds of mashed potatoes to make it look pretty? I don't get it, but I'll give it a try. I think we'll need a portion for each of us. Can you see any clean plates around? No idea. This is the best thing ever! Wait, let me chew it. I sound like Shoal. All right, I can talk normally again. This dish is perfect. I would happily eat this and only this for the rest of my life. I'd better stop there. I still want to try more things, but I'll be thinking about this dish for the foreseeable future. Call me when you've chosen the next delicacy. Deal? What's this? Bread? Goat meat. Now, that reminds me of a certain goat we recently had by the horns. If I think about it too much, I might spoil my appetite. Oh, that smell. Are you sure it's safe to eat? It's a bit like someone sprinkled mint on cave spider eggs to mask the smell, and then it backfired. Oh well, Crusaders can't be choosers. Let's split one. Oh, tastes just like spider eggs. I mean, meat's meat, but if I ever see these things again, I'll stay far, far away. I need to wash away the aftertaste and the memory of that horrible smell with something more pleasant. I'll be waiting for your signal. Oh, this looks interesting. It even has a name written next to it. Can you make it out? Too many squiggles for me. I'm not that good with letters yet. So, some queen gave away her cheese so that people could make soup out of it and then leave it sitting outside in the streets of Canabras to get cold? And they put eared mushrooms in it? Huh. Now I definitely have to try it. Look, it's so thick you can almost stretch it. A very curious soup. This is weird. When I was a kid, I had cow's milk once. This soup is like thick milk, with herbs and flavorless mushrooms. And what's queenly about it? I wonder if the queen herself has ever eaten this soup. Oh, I think I've had enough for today. I can't stomach anymore. Another bite and everything I've eaten today will be, making a reappearance. You know, this festival really isn't my thing. But I've had fun, thanks to you. You helped me find my holiday spirit by being a glutton for a day. And the day is so much better for it. So watching kid after kid run past with one paper horn stuck on their head and half their face painted green, it's unbearable. For the first time in my life, I'm not the center of attention. Just another face in the crowd. Who wouldn't hate that? In all seriousness, though, I'm just being grumpy out of habit. Don't mind me. Well, I was going to collapse onto the nearest bench for a few hours and let digestion do its thing, but I've just had a great idea. I'm going to find out who made that amazing porridge with ribs, nuts, and those things that look like woodlice. I want to learn how to make that dish so I can eat it for the rest of my life. But I am wondering where to begin. Maybe our golden-haired aristocrat can tell us. He must know the best chefs in Canabras. I'm sure he's lurking somewhere in that crowd of matching blonde heads. And I'll be rolling out of here like a giant meatball. Whew. See you later.
I do what I must.
Long time no see. The people in this town have a habit of blaming the tieflings for anything and everything. My little brothers and sisters are worried about the family's reputation. When they see someone stealing, they come running to me so that I know about it. The rascal you saw was making mischief without my knowledge. Since you've involved yourself, how about you look for the mysterious thief? My gut tells me it's a rookie, which means there'll be clues at the scene of the robbery. If you come across the thief, bring him to me, will you? I want to talk to him. Peace of mind for the people of Canabras and my gratitude. Take it or leave it. Same as everyone else. I'm here to enjoy myself. Let's just say that the attack resulted in some new opportunities for the family. So I decided to make the most of the situation. Yep. No one is keeping...
Who is responsible for this? How outrageous! Are you seeing this, darling? Do something!
What do you want me to do, dearest? They're just children.
Something... anything! I don't know! Just send them away! They're ruining everything! Ugh. Hey, you little rats! Get out of here! I told you to get out of here or I'll call the guards! You're disturbing our celebration!
No, you get out of here! Our big sister invited us to the party. She told the guards that we can stay, so leave us alone!
Why, you insolent little...
No, everything is fine. My wife is just a little upset, that's all.
Fine? You call this fine? This is outrageous! It's an absolute disgrace! Ugh! These dirty little urchins have snuck into the party and are snatching sweets from our tables with their grimy hands! Ugh, the audacity! They're stealing food right beneath our noses, and the guards won't do anything!
Did you hear me, lady? I said we were invited. Our big sister told us we could stay. Nobody's forcing you to be here. If you don't want to be around us, you can leave. It's a big city. Pick a direction and start walking. She's very tall, and her face is covered in scars from where she was burned. Everyone knows her. She's famous now. We used to play together in the streets before the demons came. I didn't think she'd remember us, but she does. She's the one who invited us to the feast.
Wait! What did you just say?
Oh my! Ember? The real Ember? How exciting! Why didn't you tell us? Here, have some more cake. Go ahead, eat as much as you want. Can you introduce me to this sister of yours?
Changed your tune, huh? Well, tough. I'm not introducing you to anyone now.
I'm being nice to you, you little brat. Fine, have it your way. If the guards won't make you leave, I will. Oh, that would be marvelous. I've been longing to meet her. I'm sure this little brat is lying. Ember would never associate with lowlifes like these.
Go ahead. Big sister will set you straight. She's around here somewhere. I think she went to the Temple of Desna.
God.
I can't believe my eyes. It's really you. Ember, darling, you have no idea how happy I am to meet you at last. You're the talk of high society. We all admire the depth of your conviction. Will you come for tea at my salon? Everyone who's anyone in this city will be there.
You are being very kind to me, but you've got it all wrong. Don't you see? I have everything I need now. I'm no longer hungry, I don't sleep on the street, and I have plenty of clothes. But these children have nothing. Nothing at all. They're the ones who need your help the most. And now you've found me. You'll always find me, no matter where I go. Oh, of course! I'm having so much fun. There's music and decorations and happy people everywhere. See? Look! I did! The kind guards were confused. They didn't think the children were allowed to be here. The guards said they had orders to keep the children away from the feast, but I told them it must be a mistake. Why would anyone want children to go hungry? They agreed with me and let them in.
That's right, big sister. You set them straight.
Life on the street isn't easy. Many of these children lost their homes when the demons came and burned down the city. It was nice of the townsfolk to throw a feast so these children could fill their stomachs and have some fun. Although, it would be better if they bought bread for the children every day, instead of just giving them cakes and pastries at the festival. Yes, these kind people invited me over for tea. No one has ever done that before. In fact, when I used to live here, they chased me away so I wouldn't get mud on their pretty things. But it wasn't my fault I was dirty. I didn't have any clean clothes or a place to take a bath. You know, hot tea is a wonderful thing. Especially if you're living on the streets and it's raining or snowing outside. I think you should invite these children over for tea instead of me.
What? You mean invite this rabble into my living room? Ember, darling, be reasonable. You are a celebrity, a heroine of the crusade. Everyone wants to meet you. But these... well, these...
What makes me different from these children? They get cold and hungry, just like us. I'm just an ordinary girl. Why invite me for tea and not them?
Goodness, you cannot possibly compare.
I can see you're good people, but you're confused. Let me help you. Whenever you see a child on the street, imagine that they're me. Before the crusade gave people a reason to know my name. One day they may do great things, but right now they're cold and hungry, and they need your help.
You know, dearest, perhaps she has a point. It's all very well to talk about these things, but perhaps we should be doing something more tangible.
So that's why they call you a saint. I'm sorry, Ember. I've been so selfish. Thank you for opening my eyes. Here you go, kids. This is for you. A holiday gift. I don't know if you can forgive me for the way I have treated you, but if you can, please do come for tea or lunch. My door will always be open to you.
I hope so. They're good people deep down. They just lost their way. The nobles forgot what's really important, so I reminded them. Thank you. We'll go there as soon as we start to feel hungry. I've always loved festivals. There was always someone to give me food, and I almost never got chased away. I will.
Absolutely not. It is a highly temperamental variety. It cannot be allowed to over-ripen. The grapes must be picked as soon as they begin to darken, or they will simply rot on the vine.
Usually, yes. But what is rot? It is basically disease, and we know how to treat disease.
Healing spells and regular positive energy channeling allow the fruit to ripen for another 2, even 3 weeks. The grapes become plump and sweet. Oh, beautiful.
In the name of Shaylin. So just take a late, sweet variety like Sapphire of Garut. And don't torment the berries. Commander! I didn't see you there. Allow me to introduce the vintner, Humilian Nick Deltrazé. I saw they were holding a tasting over here of unusual wine varieties. I came over and we struck up a conversation.
The Commander, in the flesh! I've heard so much about you and your exploits. Would you like to taste the wines?
How could I not be? We fight in this crusade so that the locusts of the abyss will never again devour vineyards, ruin fields of wheat, or shed the blood of the innocent. We fight for peace. But when we finally have victory, it will be time to say farewell to Soziel the fighter and say hello to Soziel the winemaker. How should I put this? Mr. Nick Deltrazé has a very unorthodox approach to winemaking. And the resulting wine is...
unprecedented, exquisite, fantastic, and dare I say it, revolutionary.
Yes, all those things, and a dozen others. It is actually incredible how so small a glass can hold so many extraordinary qualities.
Well, it's been hit and miss. Some people are shocked by the effects of my wines, some by the taste, some by the price. Yes, I make a unique product, and its production is not cheap. But I am sure that once the public tastes my wine, they won't let any other pass their lips.
Just as every book has its reader, and every painting has its viewer, so every wine is bound to have its connoisseur, or at least someone who won't run away screaming after the first glass.
It has special magic in it, and I am not speaking metaphorically. We use a variety of charms at every stage of production, from harvesting the grapes to sealing the bottles. Traditional winemakers could never dream of achieving such flavors and aromas. But what's the use in talking about it? My wines are here in front of you. Taste them for yourself.
You really should try it. I had a taste, and while I cannot say I will remember it fondly, I have gained incomparable knowledge from the experience.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Here you are, our finest varieties. If you don't mind, I'll ask you a few questions after the tasting. Your feedback is invaluable to us. Well, what do you think? Unforgettable, isn't it? Please answer a few questions. First of all, how would you rate your overall impression on a scale of 8 to 12?
Your questions, Humilian, are as extraordinary as your wine.
Oh, thanks. I do try. Perhaps for the next tasting, I should prepare a second questionnaire about your impressions of the first one. So, your rating? Really? That's a pity. But we'll try to improve things in the next batch. Next question. What do you think of the experimental triple vision effect? Don't you think quadruple vision would be even better?
Normally, when making good wine, one tries to avoid producing such... effects altogether.
Normally, yes. But this wine is experimental and revolutionary. What other wines have as an unwanted side effect, we've turned into a selling point, an unforgettable part of the bouquet of sensations and experiences. What do you think, Commander? Great idea! And I've just thought of a way to make the wine turn everything upside down before your very eyes.
These experiments remind me of an incident on the campaign. The soldiers got hold of a potion of inflict wounds from somewhere, which, as you may or may not know, is a practically liquid concentrate of negative energy. And they had the bright idea of mixing it with moonshine. The aim was, as they put it, to make the alcohol hit them harder. And it did.
Oh, no, 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 no. Negative energy is not to be trifled with. We abandoned such experiments a long time ago. Your soldiers, of course, have shown themselves to be true pioneering heroes. I can only applaud such a spirit of invention. But our winery still has safety standards it must abide by.
And we are all grateful for it.
All right, one last question. What do you think of the melody of the ringing in your ears? And which do you prefer, D minor or C major? You don't say. My, my. Oh, thank you for making me aware. We will tune it more carefully in the future and give it longer to age. Thank you for your valuable feedback. I can't tell you how pleased I am that you, Commander, have given your seal of approval to my wine. Allow me to present you with a bottle of our special... our finest... Wait a minute, where is it? It can't be. Did I forget to put it out? Head like a sieve I have. It's the star of the collection, the pearl of the program. Please, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with a wine like you've never tasted in all your life.
Well, what did you think of the tasting? Unusual is not the word. If winemaking were a religion, the Inquisition would have hauled Eumillion in on charges of heresy by now. Hardly. I'm afraid something else has caught his attention, and he's already forgotten what he ran off to get. It's abominable. But how glad I am to talk once more of wine and grapes, bottles and corks, flavors and bouquets, and not of weapons, wounds, and monsters. Perhaps I have gotten ahead of myself, slightly. We have not won yet, after all. But, you know, this taste of peace is a good reminder of exactly what we're fighting for. I think I can allow myself one carefree evening, if it will give me the strength for the battle ahead. Not a chance! But perhaps we will become friends. We'll meet at wine fairs and argue till we're hoarse about the correct way to make wine. When you arrived, we were arguing about a certain grape variety. It is called the Tears of Dawn. When I was a boy, I used to go out every morning to look at them. Delicate white-pink berries, almost transparent, like glass, glinting in the morning light. I learned how to tell when it was time to pick them, down to the very day. And I had not thought about them once since the war started. Not once, until Eumillion reminded me. Perhaps we should exchange our tasting experiences. I hope the food in the square is more palatable than Eumillion's wine. Thank you. And you enjoy yourself, too.
Enjoying yourself, Commander? I am. In my own company. Look around, Commander. Someone out there no doubt knows. But not here. For better or worse, you know that an impersonator was killed, right? Someone's day has certainly been more eventful than mine. When I'm tracking a target, sure. But I have no active contracts in Canabras. Usually, there are always a couple of people in big cities who are keen to meet with me. Most often, they're aristocrats, sometimes artistic types. Less often, soldiers or guards. I hoped our connection would help boost my reputation. I was wrong. No one here knows about the hunter who travels with the commander. I don't care. I think the vain part of me was hoping to meet some admirers. That my fame would have reached at least a few people. I'm used to being inconspicuous, but I didn't plan on being inconspicuous today of all days. That's all. As you will, Commander.
Leave me alone! I'm not Greybor! I'm not Greybor! It's just a costume! I'm not even a dwarf! Look! The beard is fake! Really? Good. Because I'm starting to regret making this costume. There's some crazy guy who won't stop looking for me. He spent the whole day following me around and asking people about me. I thought he sent you too. Ah, you got that right. Everyone wants to dress up in flashy costumes for the festival. They prefer the commander's fancy outfits and the eye-catching attire of some of his other companions. Greybor doesn't try to steal the show. He dresses simply, does his job, and smokes a pipe. That's what I like about him, you know. He's serious and doesn't put up with any nonsense. No offense meant to the other heroes, of course. There's nothing to tell. I have no idea who he is, and I don't want to find out. You know how much danger the real Greybor gets into, don't you? If someone is looking for him, it's certainly not to give him flowers. Maybe he wants revenge, or something worse. Oh, if the real Greybor was here, he would sort this out. But I'm no hero. I'm just here to attend the festival. Wait, really? Well, well, thanks for telling me. I'll go find him now so that I can stop jumping at every shadow. Oh, maybe I'll even get an autograph. There's something here. Interesting.
You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. I'm not doing anything illegal, I promise. Me? I'm just a local baker. Did you think I was Greybor? I'm not. It's just a costume. I'm going to change my clothes and I won't look like him at all. You'll see. I noticed that too. It's strange, right? His outfit is simple. It's the easiest costume to make. Anyone could do it. There's no fancy armor. All you need is a coat, some belts, and a pipe. The hardest part was making a fake axe. I thought there'd be a whole crowd of lazy people here like me, but apparently everyone else decided to put a lot of effort into making elaborate costumes. Some people have way too much time on their hands. What? Oh, no, wait, no, I'm not doing anything suspicious. I just don't want my costume anymore, so I've decided to get rid of it. What's wrong with that? Fine. You know what? You're right. It does look very suspicious. Look, I'll tell you everything, and maybe you can give me some advice. All right, here's the thing. I wanted to dress up for the festival like everyone else, but I needed a costume that was simple and cheap. Greyboar's attire is practical and straightforward, so it seemed like the obvious choice. I threw together an outfit at the last minute, and here I am. Except, I seem to be the only one here dressed up as Greybor. Anyway, I'm walking around and admiring the festivities, and suddenly this guy comes up to me and, well, starts talking. At first, I wasn't sure what he wanted, but it turns out, get this, he mistook me for the real Greybor. He tried to hire me to kill some kind of monster for him. Me, a baker. How about that? I tell him, wait, good sir, you've made a mistake. But he won't listen. Instead, he shoves something in my hands. He tells me to think about his offer and says that he'll find me again later. He turns around and leaves. I look down and realize that he's given me a purse full of gold. I'm not some kind of crook, you know. I don't want someone else's gold. But he forced it on me. I wasn't trying to trick or scam anyone, I swear. And now I don't know what to do with this purse. What if he comes back and accuses me? Or even worse, decides to stab me? That's why I decided to get rid of this costume. I'm not sure what to do next. He's here? Good, good. And that's great. If this gold was meant for him, I'm sure he'll know what it's for. Thanks for your help.
Oh, it is the commander himself. Oh, he will surely help me. Commander, may I have a word, please? We need to discuss a matter of great importance. Allow me to begin by introducing myself. I am Professor Daigle of Absalom, and I have devoted many decades to the study of ancient Sarkoris. There are many questions in this field that are considered unanswerable. There is no one left to ask. And archaeological excavations in the World Wound are understandably difficult. You can imagine how delighted I was to learn of Ulbrich Olesk's extraordinary story. I immediately set out to interview him in detail. Unfortunately, I only had enough time to ask a few questions. Ulbrich cut the interview short and has been avoiding me ever since. I do not know what I did to deserve this treatment, but I cannot give up now. Not when the answers are within my grasp. I am begging you to convince him to answer my questions. Oh, but his knowledge is priceless. I am not asking him to dictate a whole book of memories. Just answer a few questions that scholars have been grappling with for decades. I could get her thoughts on Mr. Olesk's life in Sarkoris, but competition in the scientific community sometimes reaches unreasonable proportions. Can I trust her to tell me the truth? Presumably, I will be forced to talk to her if I cannot get the interview. Thank you. You will make an invaluable contribution to scholarship in this field.
Look at you! You look just like the commander. I've dreamed of meeting him my entire life, but now that I've met you, I don't know if I even need to. Let me get a closer look at you. I just want to stay with you for a while. Will you turn me away? Wait, where are you going?
Amelia! What's going on? Who's this? I turn away for a moment, and what do I see? Somebody else's hands wrapped around my fiancée. My lord, you have insulted me. I challenge you to a duel. If you don't want to lose your life, I'm willing to consider monetary redress. What? You... really?
The swindlers are here! Arrest them! How many commanders have you swindled today, huh? Half a dozen? You're robbing people blind during a festival! Shame on you!
This is all your fault.
Oh, is it? Really? Are you sure that you are not the one to blame? You could have helped me out, you know. You just said your lines and stood there like a fool.
Quiet, you! We're just in time. I hope these crooks haven't stolen from you, sir. They were extorting money from passers-by. The young lady charms the victim. Then this young buck pops out like a quasit from a witch's bag and challenges them to a duel. They'd already fooled half a dozen marks before they tried it on you.
Good sir, we are not swindlers. We are the members of an acting troupe passing through Canabras. We just wanted to practice our roles. An unfaithful wife and a jealous husband is all the rage this season.
Enough of your tall tales.
The wine must have gone to my head. All the celebration and merriment. We just wanted to have fun. And one thing led to another.
Forgive me, sir. But after the arrest, these two's ill-gotten gains will be sent to the garrison as, material evidence. Yes. You should file a complaint with the warden, stating who stole from you and how much. Then you'll need to come in for questioning, and after a dozen days or so, you will be directed to our treasurer. My hands are tied. There you go. We did catch them because of you, after all.
But we didn't take any.
Thank you for distracting them so we could catch up. Now leg it, phonies. We've got a nice cell ready just for you.
A cell? I can't go to a cell. They'll kick me out of the troop if they find out.
Oh, shut up.
There's something here.
Hey! Do not touch!
It does not matter. You took what is ours. We need it. Give it back and go. No! We mean no harm. We need. The young ones hunger. The greybeards too. We have to feed them. Clan O. We are many. 24 younglings. 6 greybeards too. We live in a large hut to the west of here. Zerd is my name. To feed the clan. Blight took the harvest. Demons butchered the cattle. We are in the city 2 months. We look for work. Nobody wants to pay. We did not want to steal. Clan Orc came from across the sea long ago, before the wound. We live far from humans, alone. We do not speak your language well.
I see we've got an entire gang of troublemakers. Do you know who I am?
We do. We've heard about you. Forgive us. Our clan is starving. 24 little ones and 6 greybeards. That's the only reason we've been stealing.
I have a big family too. And I need to keep a watchful eye on every one of them to make sure they don't do anything stupid. And now here you are, showing up and doing stupid things, with no one to keep you in line. You screwed up big time today. I'll let it slide this one time, but if you mess up again, you don't really know what'll happen then. Get these brats out of my town. I never want to lay eyes on them again. Thank you for bringing these three to me. They won't be cutting any more purses. Not today, at least.
By the way, those belts of yours are good quality. They seem well made, and the buckles look sturdy. Where did you get them?
A master in Grinder's Alley. Do you want these belts? I can give them to you. It would be an honor if Greybor himself...
Now, I would never ask my fans to give me their belongings. A whole squad indeed, Commander. Look.
Sure enough. At first, I thought I was alone, but there's actually a lot of us.
Hey now. There's no need to interrupt me. I don't...
Oh, look, Mr. Greybor, look! There he is! That's the suspicious man who wanted to hire you.
Right. It's getting a little too crowded here. No, I've never seen him before. I think it's time we find out who he is and what he wants from me.
Sir... Greybor? Mr. Greybor? I'm here on an important matter. You see, my mansion appears to be haunted. I urgently need the help of an experienced hunter who can deal with evil spirits.
Ghosts? Ha! With a snap of his fingers, Mr. Greybor will...
No, he won't! Don't you know that Mr. Greybor is busy hacking down demons left and right? He's not going to waste his time on a few trifling ghosts.
These people seem to know what Greybor will say before he even opens his mouth. I don't know about you, Commander, but I'm getting tired of all this fuss. I think I'll go have a drink somewhere quiet and let these gentlemen entertain themselves for a while.
Wait! Mr. Greybor, won't you even listen to the details of the case? And what about my advance payment? I've already given you a large sum.
I'm not interested in your case. You'll have to find another monster hunter to help you. This is my day off. As for the advance, I have not received a payment from you. If you can figure out which one of my fans has your money, you are free to demand it back. Have a nice festival, gentlemen.
People of Canabras, I, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade, have come. Our battle against the greatest enemy the world has ever seen is finally nearing its end. Today, you, each of you, can help us win! Didn't you hear? I am the one whom you so carefully imitate. I am your idol and the savior of Golarion, the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade himself! These powers were granted to me by fate itself, and only I possess them. My might is beyond the comprehension of ordinary people. As the leader of the Crusade, it would be foolish of me not to attend the celebration held in my honor. It would be even more foolish not to speak to my followers and give them the opportunity to show their full support for my victory in this endless war. These good folk would disagree with you there. Perhaps you know who the real commander is. How foolish! How presumptuous!
Would you look at that? Robbing honest people in plain sight without even flinching. That's not something everyone can do. Greetings, Commander. Call me Rufus. Watching the crowd is more convenient this way. There is no better disguise than a beggar's rags. You're not just invisible. People voluntarily avert their gaze from you. The performance alarmed me. Someone impersonating you and profiting off a gullible audience is not surprising in itself. But there was more to it in this case. I found it suspicious how similar he was to you. Also, that magic trick. The usual charlatans couldn't pull that off. It's not that easy to fake the commander's powers. Not yet, but I'll know for sure soon. My people are already on the case. If something turns up, I will inform you immediately. Sorry, allergies. I've not seen anything more suspicious than that performance today. But then, the day has only just begun. If he's acting alone, then no. You will most likely not see him again. But if someone else is working with the imposter, let's just say it's too early to raise the alarm. But I do recommend staying vigilant, and you can do just that later. A long conversation between someone like you and a dirty beggar will attract unwanted attention. I'm just here to warn you about a possible threat. I should get some food while there's still something left to eat.
You are the commander. My name is Dreamer. I am the steward of the Echo of Fury Arena, which holds the power of the mightiest creatures to ever exist. I am here to offer you entertainment unlike any you will find at this insipid celebration. My master invites you to his arena. You will not tolerate refusal.